You know that feeling where all you want to do is make your dad proud, but you screw up every time? Only instead of school or sports, it's murder? Yeah, that's Corey's life. As a son of an infamous slasher, Corey has been trying for years to follow his father's footsteps. The thing is, his attempts are humorous. Set in an American 80s style town filled with tall alpines, a picturesque small community with a classic Americana feel, in Corey's world, murder is a respectable career choice rather than a crime. The slasher ranking system allows users to vote for their favorite killers, and seated at the top of the charts is Corey's father, an absolute legend. On the other hand, Corey is the joke of the town, unfortunately only known by all of his lame and weak attempts at killing. Kids in town mock him instead of fearing him. But Corey isn't just desperate to prove himself to the locals. His biggest dream is to receive his father's approval. He feels obligated to carry on the family's name, and this pressure keeps him up at night. But he has a bigger problem. He simply lacks the murderous skills. He's seriously bad with knives. He tries and tries and tries, and he still can't get it right. Corey's real problem comes from his desperation for his father's approval. After all, he's just a son who wants to make his dad proud. He is suffering from performance anxiety, and every failure indicates that he just can't live up to his father's reputation. More than anything, Corey feels the weight of public shame. The local teens who are supposed to be his victims pick on him. His community of slashers looks down on him, which is a constant reminder that he will never be good enough. Just as Corey was about to give up, he reaches a turning point when he accidentally manages to kill someone. This was the core moment which showed him how his clumsiness can be utilized to his benefit. Now, Corey is optimistic. He takes up a different style and manages to initiate a series of unexpected murderous traps that kills his victims in ways that no one saw coming. His real journey is about self-acceptance, proving he can make a name for himself in the most unique and darkly comedic way. Act 1. Corey is an ordinary guy living in a not-so-ordinary world. In his world, murder is a commendable act, and unfortunately, Corey just doesn't have a knack for it. Our protagonist's story starts with him entering his own. As Corey walks through the living room, he discovers his father butchering one of his many victims. He continues up to his room and turns on the radio. To his shock, the radio is discussing his lack of skills in the slasher community. Corey races out of his room to seek comfort from his father, only to find his father talking to one of the neighbors about how worried he is about Corey's career development. His father stresses to the neighbor about whether Corey will be able to live up to their family name. In shock and shame, Corey leaves the house. At this moment, Corey decides to improve his reputation and bring honor back to his family name. Using his newfound confidence, Corey goes out and attempts to kill people. Act 2. Corey comes across a group of teenagers. He chooses his victim and lunges forward with his knife. Unfortunately, Corey trips and falls, failing his attempted murder. The teenagers see his pitiful attempt and begin to mock and bully him. Corey stands up to run away from the teens and accidentally trips again. As he falls, his knife fatally stabs one of the teenagers. The others run away, and Corey is left sitting next to his victim in a daze. Suddenly, Corey has a revelation. Although he may not be good at killing people in the traditional slasher way, he is damn brilliant at killing people in the Corey way. Act 3. Corey plots an ultimate plan to kill the rest of the teenagers who got away. He sets up his murderous scheme in an abandoned junkyard. Corey lures the remaining teenagers into the junkyard, and his master plan unfolds. One of the teenagers is brutally murdered by children's safety scissors, pens, crayons, and toys. These items are launched out of a t-shirt cannon and hit the unsuspecting teenager on the upper torso, killing them immediately. Another teen is killed by being startled and walking into a magnetic trap, crushing their body. The final teenager's death is from cake being launched into their face, propelling them into a wood chipper. Unexpectedly, it all goes to plan, and each teenager is left in a bloody mess in the junkyard. Corey's ecstatic at his success and is hopeful to receive his father's approval. He calls up his father and says, "I did it, Dad." The screen goes black, and the only thing playing is audio of the radio reporting on Corey's phenomenal killing spree. The credits start rolling, and at the very end of the short film, his father responds over the phone saying, "Well done, son. I'm proud of you." This is a story of a young man's journey of self-worth, after dealing with severe performance anxiety. It is also a tale of a strained father-son relationship. In the end, Corey proves to his father, and ultimately himself, that he can achieve these crimes in his own unique way.